In terms of the future, there are some things I would like to highlight where I think IFAD and others need to invest in, especially if we are to collectively meet the SDGs at the country level, but also beyond. And that is the partnership with the private sector. The private sector is fundamental, not only in terms of the resources that they have at their disposal, but also in terms of the knowledge, the expertise, the technical know-how, and the innovations that they can bring along through research and development. So partnering with the private sector, I believe, is one of the key factors that we should all collectively consider as we move forward. The other one for international organizations like IFAD is to ensure deeper convergence and coordination with governments, with the national governments, but also state-level authorities, so that we actually respond to their priorities in meeting the SDGs. Similarly, for an organization like IFAD, there is need for greater coordination amongst other development actors, particularly international development actors, in the broader framework of the reform of the UN development system with other UN organizations working at the country level, so that we can better coordinate for ensuring greater effectiveness and greater efficiency in delivery. And in this case, I would particularly like to single out the Food and Agriculture Organization and the World Food Programme, which are other two organizations dealing with food security, nutrition, and agriculture, and they're also based in Rome, just as IFAD is based in Rome. So I think this whole coordination within the context of the wider UN reform merits much more attention as we move forward. Although we are a specialized agency on agriculture in supporting smallholder agriculture development, it is fundamental that we consider smallholder agriculture within the broader context of rural development and rural transformation. So surely investing in on-farm production and improving productivity, which is key, is fundamental. We have to contextualize that within the wider context, wider imperative of rural development, which implies that organizations like IFAD, but also governments and others, need to invest in rural areas, increase investment in rural areas, whether it is in terms of construction of rural infrastructure, whether it is in terms of ensuring greater access to markets, to input supplies and services, including digital infrastructure is fundamental for rural transformation more broadly. And that will, of course, support value chains in the smallholder agriculture sector.